elements, the weather. Salim can produce that for you, all right? Any size. All you need to do is give him a call and give him the specs. Of course, we're using spanking new materials, virgin, so we're not giving you used stuff, and they come in various colors. So you have to give Salim Khan a call. He's down at Meadowbank on the east bank of Demerara. I'll give you some telephone numbers to Salim Khan. Just tell him the dimensions. If it's a truck, tell him the size of the tray, and he knows what to do, all right? And give him a call at 226-9810, 223-8866, or 225-9749. Now, the People's Pawn Shop on Rob Street in Georgetown, I just want to let you know that the end of February, after the end of February, from the 1st of March, you'll be paying all your interest due to the company. All right? Because right now, you're only paying 2 months' interest. From the 1st of March, you're paying all your interest due to the People's Pawn Shop. However, the deal that we had on, which is you stand a chance of getting back your items if they're confiscated, that's after 6 months, that offer will remain. You still will stand a chance to get back your items. Same carat, same pennyweight. You just need to talk to the People's Pawn Shop. Let me give you some telephone numbers, 225-1965, or get the boss man himself at 641-4007. That's the People's Pawn Shop down on Rob Street in Georgetown. Now, I told you I'll just go across the sports pages. Let me tell you very quickly what's happening. Darren Sammy's photograph is inside of the newspapers because they're rowing with the West Indies Cricket Board about money. And as I've said before, you can row for money if you can play cricket. Right? Pay as you know. We can develop that tax. If you're mediocre, then you've got to take what you get. But as far as the T20 is concerned, the West Indies, up to the other day, they were rated number 1. And so they can row for money. Because I'm seeing a big discrepancy from the last T20 World Cup. They were getting 135,000 US each player. And this time round, it's a 75% cut to 21,000. Sammy doesn't like that. And I believe the entire team. And so they're asking for a meeting on Valentine's Day. So the West Indies board will have a date with the West Indies squad on Valentine's Day. All right? And let's hope they kiss each other and come to an amicable settlement. Yeah. But they should get more money. The West Indies board, they're getting $8 million. I guess they have expenses too, but that's a lot of money. And so the West Indies squad, they're saying, we got to get some more money. All right? That's on the sports pages. Now, I have my young friends inside of the studio this morning. They're from the Youth for Local Government. I'm beginning to learn and understand the workings of this local government elections. I think it is pretty confusing. But I'm now learning as I talk with you, actually. And I hope they'll open up my eyes a little more. Well, if my eyes get bigger than this, you know what it will look like if it's opened up a little more. But I just simply put, I want to learn a little more about local government elections. So I've invited at least 2 of the youngsters from the Georgetown area who will be participating inside of the local government elections coming up shortly. And one is Clayton Halley. Clayton, perhaps you can just lift your hand so that the viewers will know exactly who you are. He's the leader of Youth for Local Government. And then we've got Ian Bollers. Now, I've been calling Ian's name. He's our technical guy. Yeah, I've been calling his name for years. Now, have a look at him. After all, not so good looking, but yeah, he's a good guy. Good guy. How are you, fellas?
Good morning. Thank you for having us. I'm good.
Yeah, it's nice. It's refreshing to be talking with young people, new vessels, so to speak, not old scamps and thieves, but it's nice and refreshing to know that young people like yourselves are taking up these challenges. But let me just get to understand this thing a little more, because you've been going through it. This is going to be hard for you, by the way. You'll tell me about your education about this system, because it's for the first time we'll be having young people administering, as against the APNU and AFC and PPP and WPA and so on. Yeah. These are basically, most of you people were never even in a political party. And how would you understand all the intricacies, the running of these NDCs? It's the NDC eventually in your area?
No, Georgetown is municipality.
Municipality.
Yes.
So you'll be what?
Well, we are contesting to become councillors within the municipality.
Within the municipality. And you'll also be representing a certain block or something like that? And which is your block?
I am running for constituency 14, which is South Rumveld, all the way down to Industrial Estate.
Okay. And you've got more youth groups like yourself in the municipality?
Well, there are a few other groups that are also contesting the elections. Some of them have young people who are a part of, but our group is predominantly youth.
Youth.
Yeah.
And I notice you've got some professionals. In fact, Ian is university material. And yourself, would you tell us about yourself a little bit?
Well, I'm an entrepreneur / auditor. And within our entire group, we have a makeup of young professionals. We have a lecturer at University of Guyana. We have 2 doctors. We have logistic officers. We have project coordinators.
Wow.
So we have a variety of professionals. So clearly I can say for us, it's not about getting involved because we're after money, because councillors aren't paid a salary, it's a stipend. So for us, it's genuinely we want to serve our communities, and we want to ensure that we have that opportunity to help to develop our communities into the kind of places that we want to see it be in the next 10, 15 years from now.
So Ian, what are you really in this group? He's the leader. Is there a particular portfolio or something?
No. I'm just
A member.
A member and also a candidate, individual candidate for constituency 8. That's Stabroek, Wortmanville, Working Rosario.
Yeah, I'm still confused a little bit, so understand what I'm getting at. So if you win, that you're contesting to be what you said?
A councillor.
A councillor. Oh, individually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so how do you go about this? I mean, I see you've put together, can I call this a booklet? Am I right?
Yes, you can
Yeah.
call it a booklet.
Right. And how did you come up with this idea? Well, you just explained that you want to serve your community, and that's why you're participating. But I'm seeing a lot of details inside of this booklet, and very, very ambitious details. And I'm saying that with caution, because if the big municipality of Georgetown couldn't clean Georgetown and can't clear out abandoned spaces and drains, I don't know. You sound pretty ambitious here to have special buses for disabled people, old people who need help can call on your group to go over, help them, even if it's physically to help them, or to do an errand, whatever it might be. And all of these things run at a cost. How, from a scale of 1 to 10, if you win, how much you think you'll be able to achieve in a term here?
Well, the thing is, we don't believe that we will achieve everything that is within this booklet in just one term, because a term is only 3 years. But we believe that it is something that most of the things we can start to implement them, and hopefully we can see a continuity in its implementation once this document is left there. What has happened over time is that council has not been functioning within the full scope of what they can do. I don't know if it's because of the fact that persons they didn't want to, or they're not knowledgeable of, or sometimes maybe they weren't allowed to. But we took the opportunity to review the Municipality and District Act to see how much scope the council has.
By yourselves?
By ourselves. And we decided to, after engaging persons in communities and hearing some of the concerns, we then looked at that document to see what is it we can do when we get in office to deal with some of these problems within the communities. And that is how we came up with such a document.
I see. Did you steal this from the government minister, crashes? Because you're ambitious, you're saying to reintroduce creches, am I calling this word right?
Yes, you're calling it right.
In various constituencies so as to assist single parents and low-income earners by caring for their child or children while they are at work. This, you think, is for free, actually?
Yes, it's nothing new actually. They
But I
were.
heard the minister saying this in
Yeah, I heard her
Parliament
too. But the good thing is that we had a press conference and we launched this document before.
before
Yes.
last week. Madam Minister, good morning to you. Yeah.
The thing is, we had crashes. Crashes were there before, but many of them they ran down. And I know there is one still in East Rumbell that we call the crash until now, but I don't know whether it's a free facility. But persons take their children there, and also on South Road, you will see at the South Road Nursery School, they have their it's marked the municipality. Something, but I doubt too was a crash long ago.
Probably for workers of the municipality.
Yeah, exactly. So we want to reintroduce that because we know we have a lot of persons who work in public service and also privately and single parent, like as we mentioned there, and they don't have if they're a low income earner, they don't have the money to send the child to a daycare. So we want to facilitate single parents and low income earners by assisting them to take care of the children. Yes, it is a cost attached to it. And the council will have, because the council also has to find ways of generating income. We mentioned a bit about that at the back of, at the end of our document, but we're still looking at ways to generate income. And I believe that they are things that we can achieve. We know that the council would have been getting funding from central government, but it was just, as far as I'm knowledgeable, I think it was around $1 million, which was nothing. But we believe that once we advocate on behalf of the residents to central government, we can get a greater subvention so that we can offset some of these expenses.
So I'm trying to understand here. So you will be within the Georgetown municipality.
Yes.
Okay, let's put it under the city council, something like that.
It is
Yeah.
the city council, yeah.
So if you're representing an area, you can make some noise at the municipality once you get in there for your area. So you're representing these blocks.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to get the picture. But I'm still looking, as I'm turning the pages, and I didn't get a long look at it, I'm still looking for this word, accountability, and I'm not seeing it. But I want to know your take, because this country filled with kleptomaniacs. And I want to know what you have to tell the people out there about how you feel about that, and if you get into office, what exactly will be your position on it? You know what I mean by kleptomaniacs. You send a guy to take a mint from here to Regent Street, he eats out half or sells it out before he gets there. And it seems as though it's pervading the entire society. What are your feelings on this?
Well, I believe for me, over a period of time, we have grown comfortable into a lawless society. And I believe that has a lot to do with how people function even now. Even with the change of government, we still have some dysfunctional people, as I would put it. And that is because they have grown into this habit.
And allowed to
and
just
they were,
go.
yes.
Yeah.
And I believe that, yes, you mentioned a good word there, accountability, but I believe you will find it on the first, not the first page of the document, because we are all for accountability, integrity, honesty, and transparency. We want to ensure, and we mentioned that one of the first things we're going to do when we get into office is that we're going to review every policy, strategy, plan, program, everything of the city council. We want to ensure that there was transparency. We want to ensure that these things were done in such a way that it will benefit the residents of Georgetown. And when we find those things, we're bringing it to the public, because at the end of the day, we're accountable to those who have elected us. And we want to maintain that relationship even after the elections. One of the things that we want to also do is we want to implement councillors' office within each constituency area. There are 15
So you can
constituencies.
have a little office set up there.
Yes, because what happened, and currently the present structure is if you have an issue, you have to run to City Hall.
Oh, yeah.
I was there 2 weeks ago with a resident to deal with a matter. It took us about 2 hours, and we were on lunch break. So imagine spending your lunch break 2 hours trying to deal with a matter, and then when you get in there, nothing happened. So what we want to do is have the council in the community. So even when you come out from work at 5 o'clock, you can go to the councillor's office. You can share whatever that issue is, and the
Brilliant.
councillor will then go to City Hall and trash that story out.
It might be an
and
old
come back to
person
you.
in your area that has a problem.
Yes.
They can't make their way down to the council, and by the time they enter the gate of the council, and this happened with me, so I'm not making wild allegations here. Left something now? You got lunch there, Naim? I could set it up for you. Instead of 1 week, you get it in 2 days. And the friend I took there bribed his way and went ahead and did what he had to do. It was a simple paving of a gutter. And the council, some city council people came back about a month later and wanted to break it. So you got to bribe them now. And the cycle goes on. And if there's a human being in this country that's disgusted with our culture of stealing, it is me. I am simply fed up, and we should have leaders who are going to learn to jail people if they're going to be stealing from the public purse. I'm a supporter of that. Anybody and everybody that does it. I was looking at the photograph here. I'm seeing young faces, but how old would be the oldest person in this photograph? Or in your group, on average?
34.
That young?
Yeah.
Ah. And the youngest?
19.
19.
Yes.
And you said basically they're all professionals.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if I ask you to single out 1 or 2 things that you want to get done in your first term, what would those things be?
It will be setting up that office. That is one of the most important thing, is setting up that office. And secondly, reviewing those policies and plans. I know we see a lot of things happening currently with the on the level of the town clerk, where they implement the new bus fee at the Starbrook Market, the parking facility on East Street, that people are now parking around rather than going into park because they can't pay. And I believe those are some of the things that has to be addressed as soon as the new councillors take office. So I would say that are the 2 things we're going to focus on as soon as we get in there.
But you think like how you're giving your mouth liberty to say it, and I congratulate you for that. You must say what you believe in. That you might just be mashing the shoes of some people, but it doesn't matter. If it's for good, the good of your country or your constituent, then you go ahead, straight ahead and do it. You're going to find people who are like yourself, maybe a professional, but you're going to mash that person's toe, or he feels that you're mashing his toe. He feels threatened. And they're going to do things to cut you down. And so I just want to warn you, because I've gone through that my entire life. I've been cut and chopped and pushed and shoved, and I just want you to be strong. All right? And you're going to get these hurdles that you're going to be reaching.
Yeah.
But just remember to do the things what you believe are correct to hold there.
Yeah.
Hold. And remember our country, and I'm just imparting on air, because you're young, and I know people, whoever are watching there, just remember our country has been brutalized by racist policies and politics. And I want you young people to one day work to change that. Right?
Yeah.
Always the good of your flag and country, rather than your people or my people, you know.
Yeah.
And just work towards that. Is there anything you want to tell us before we go? Because our time is going away.
Anything, yeah?
You mentioned the racist problem. We actually have a part in the document where we speak about cohesion, and we believe in, like inter-constituency sports and cultural activities, that people can get to know each other and on that level. So that way we foster cohesion among, in Georgetown, but in the wider society in Guyana, this can serve as a model for Guyana.
Just start somewhere.
It's
Start
a
in your
start.
street.
Exactly.
Start in your street. Then you move and you keep going.
Yeah.
The thing is about, and that's what I admire about you people, it's starting. And you know what? You may not get it all right. and it is okay if you don't get it all right. It's starting, and it's really a lot of courage for you to want to start. That means you all have very ambitious minds and so on. So I'd like you to just go straight ahead.
If I can just leave one thing with the viewers this morning, is to just clarify the voting process a bit. Come March 18th, you will be voting for councillors within your constituency. You're not voting for a mayor. The councillors, the 30 councillors will come together after being elected, and they will decide.
So it's 30 for you, your section?
Yeah, the entire Georgetown is made up of 15 constituencies, but the council has 30 seats. 15 of those seats are won via first past the post method, in which myself and Ian be running as individuals. So when we contest our area, the person with the most numerical votes automatically wins a seat. That's 15 seats. Then the other 15 is on the proportional representation aspect of the election, wherein that's the division depending on the amount of persons voted, the amount of legal votes. So when you vote and you elect these councillors, there are 30 councillors in total, and those 30 councillors will come together, and persons will be nominated to take up the mayoral position and the deputy mayor. And then it is voted upon, and the councillors are the one who elects the mayor. Okay. We're not voting for a mayor. Don't be carried away by such statements that you hear, but look for that representative in your area who you believe is willing and able, and who has the characters of accountability and integrity within them to actually run your community and develop your community.
So then, in a nutshell, any one of you could turn out to be the mayor?
Yes.
Right. And well, of course, you'll be coming up against some giants, political giants. In some cases, political waste too. But so just keep focused and keep going. All right?
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. Ian? I'll be back in just a while.
Flawless Second Skin Foundations. Bold, exciting eyeshadows. Exotic lip colors. Flawless, bold, exotic. Sasha, makeup for exotic skin.
Modern working methods require modern office solutions. Whether your style is classic or contemporary, create a space you love to work in with our range of modern office furniture. Our chairs, desks, cubicles and workstations make it easy to build a look with pieces from our themed collections. You'll find yourself amazed at all of the choices that are available in our carpet and rugs department. Commercial grade and wall-to-wall carpets, all at Christmas prices. No VAT, no increase in prices. We consume the VAT. Free delivery available. Nobody undersells us. Kissoons, putting quality where the price is right.
It's the rhythm of the night with everything so right. It's magic in the air, so beyond compare. Better than the rest, and you deserve the best. I'll take you there.